Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the 6:15 primetime edition of news in the English language on Canal International, and we begin with the top stories. People, including a pregnant woman and her unborn babies, were killed today morning in Bamenda. Soldiers opened fire on the township taxi and Gonkam, a man gone after the driver allegedly refused to stop. Joshua OC, candidate of the SDF for the upcoming presidential election, has unveiled his vision and political program for Cameroon before the national and international press this Tuesday. OC preaches a 3-year federalism and 5 axes to rescue Cameroon. And 4 suspected criminals have been killed in Peka, a Douala 3 municipality after angry residents mounted an all-night vigilante operation to confront rising insecurity in the area. Those are major stories. Details right ahead. Greetings once more and welcome to the 6:15 edition of news in the English language. 4 persons, including a pregnant woman and her unborn twins, were killed today morning in Bamenda, northwest region of Cameroon. Soldiers opened fire on the township taxi and Gonkam Mancom after the driver allegedly refused to stop. The woman, identified as Sheila, died during surgery at the St. Mary Hospital in Bamenda. Her babies were extracted for immediate burial while her body was deposited at the mortuary. As a reporter, Saleh Sharifa, Annie Collins Annie tells us more.
2 persons and 2 babies have been killed in Bamenda this August 19, 2025 morning after elements at the small military base at Ngomkam quarters in Mancon opened fire on a township taxi. Reports say the vehicle driving from the city chemist, Small Mancon, Rendezvous Long Last Stretch on top speed refused to stop at the makeshift military base around Cowboy Junction. It is suspected that the pregnant woman on board could have been kidnapped, but was however one of the first victims in the shooting, while the driver was reportedly shot dead as he tried to flee after crashing into another car. Rushed to the St. Mary Hospital, the woman by name Sheila did not make it through the surgical intervention as she lost both her life and the twin babies of her pregnancy. The babies were extracted for immediate burial while the corpse of the mother has been preserved in the mortuary.
And 4 suspected criminals have been killed at Peka 8 in the Douala 3 municipality after angry residents mounted an all-night vigilante operation to confront a rising insecurity in the neighborhood. Tales of frequent assaults and theft. Locals say they laid a trap on the night of August 18, capturing at least 5 alleged armed robbers. More on the story with our reporter Saleh Sharifa.
Residents of Peka 8 in Douala 3 subdivision say they have grown weary of mounting insecurity and frequent assaults in their community. I have been a victim of aggressors in this area 2 times. I bought my commercial bike on a Monday, and by Thursday the aggressors took it. I bought again. They still attacked and seized it.
On a porté les whisky, porté donc ravager toute la boutique. Non seulement il a gueule avec les clients, mais aussi il te dépouille tout ta recette et il prend ta moto.
On the night of August 18, breaking 19, they organized what they described as a self-defense vigil, lying in wait for alleged aggressors who have terrorized the area in recent months. According to eyewitnesses, the vigilantes managed to capture 5 men. 3 of them were beaten to death on the spot. 2 others were taken to hospital. 1 later died, while the other remains under medical care. They come to harm us. So if we have the opportunity like this, personally I agree to what happened to them, since that was an act of self-defense. When municipal agents from Douala 3 subdivision arrived on the scene, the bodies were transported to the morgue where families are expected to identify them. Images from the scene showed messages scrawled near the corpses, including warnings such as "everyone will end up like this." Residents have urged the government to address the root causes of youth involvement in crime. Because what pushed them to do such acts is joblessness.
Il faut avoir le travail. Si vraiment que le jeune ne chôme pas, j'espère que le voleur aussi doit s'arrêter.
Calls have grown louder for the creation of job opportunities, which residents say could prevent young people from drifting into illicit activities.
Joshua Ossie, candidate of the Social Democratic Front for the upcoming presidential election in Cameroon, has unveiled his vision and political program for Cameroon before the national and international press this Tuesday. Ossie preaches a 3-tier federalism and 5 axes to rescue Cameroon. More with our story with our reporter Hyacinthia.
The flag bearer of the Social Democratic Front in the October 12 presidential election, Joshua Ossie, before the media this August 19, presents a roadmap for Cameroon in 5 axes.
Number 1, disruptive measures taken from day 1. Number 2, 100 days to end the violence in the northwest and southwest regions. Number 3, 1 year to safeguard national unity and restore dignity to the people of the Grand North. Number 4, 3 years to rebuild national cohesion through institutional refoundation. And number 5, 1 mandate to rescue the people through the socio-economic transformation of our country.
The chairman of the SDF pledges immediate actions in what he has baptized as the 9 most urgent cries of Cameroonians.
We will rescue our citizens from precarity and inequality. The economy, we will rescue Cameroonians from unemployment, blackouts, and water shortages. And health, we will rescue Cameroonians from a failing health system. Education, we will rescue our children from alienation. Infrastructure, we will rescue Cameroon from underdevelopment. We will rescue Cameroon from cultural neglect and environmental indifference. We will rescue Cameroon from its digital gap.
Joshua Ossie and the SDF reiterate that the socio-economic situation of Cameroon will be rescued through effective federalism.
We must return power to the people through a 3-tier federal system: municipalities, regions, and a federal state, based on a principle of subsidiarity, and adopt a semi-parliamentary system to rebalance powers, hold the executive accountable, and revitalize democratic oversight.
As to whether or not the SDF is ready for a coalition, he insists that he is a candidate and his opponent is the regime in place, as the party remains open to those who wish to unite around a serious, measurable and inclusive project.
And since the publication of clandestine schools by the Minister of Secondary Education on July 29, 2025, some school administrators in the Douala 3 municipality have expressed concerns, while some are worried, others voice frustration over delays, as you hear in the following story. Labeled as an unauthorized and repeat offending institution in a decree dated July 29, 2025, signed by the Minister of Secondary Education, Nalova Lyonga, the City Bilingual College of Excellence, located in Douala's Non-Glacé Newtown Airport area, defends its position. According to the school administration, their situation was regularized in June 2025.
We have been struggling and we were on track trying to follow the procedure for the necessary document, that is secretion and establishment. So I wish to clarify the minds of parents that City Bilingual College of Excellence Newtown Airport, it's no longer a clandestine school. We officially have our document. The creation is there. If you see, everything is there. The creation is there, and the establishment is all there. Signed May 2025.
In contrast, another institution lacks an official opening authorization. However, its administrator remains optimistic about the ongoing procedures.
Actually, we have our authorization of creation. We have it since 2018. And we submitted thereafter documents for the opening, the authorization to open. And we have been waiting for the authorization to operate. And we hope that before school resumes.
Among the 62 schools targeted in Douala and taxed as clandestine schools, this particular establishment has already closed its doors. Nationwide, a total of 154 private secondary schools are under scrutiny by the administration and taxed clandestine schools. This cleanup operation is not unprecedented. However, in practice, many of these schools re-emerge shortly after under different names due to a lack of rigorous oversight by the authorities. And the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education has officially launched the National Database for Research Theses and dissertations from state universities. The digitalized reference document contains over 11,000 theses and aims to facilitate research at university level and promote professionalism. More on that story with a reporter, Ate Bonaventure.
State universities in Cameroon now have an official database for dissertations and PhD theses. The National Register was officially unveiled and presented to the public by the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education and Chancellor of Academic Orders.
C'est un fichier qui est commode. Il n'est pas parfait.
It is a useful instrument which is not perfect, but it makes visible at the cybernetic level the immense scientific production of students, researchers and university lecturers.
Faite par les étudiants et les enseignants de nos universités.
The National Digital Reference Platform contains research data from the 11 state universities that can be consulted as tools for development.
Une nation doit toujours s'appuyer sur la qualité.
The nation and institutions depend on the quality and quantity of research, thus the link between the university, society and the nation.
L'université et la société.
The architectural, structural, technical and referral aspects as well as functionality of the working document has been highlighted and copies handed to university rectors and vice-chancellors for effective exploitation and promotion of academic excellence in Cameroon.
The central finding of the UNFPA 2025 States of the World Population report is fertility crisis. It reveals millions of people are unable to have the number of children they want, not because they are rejecting parenthood, but because of economic and social barriers. The report was jointly launched at the national level August 19 in the nation's political capital Yaoundé. More on the story with our reporter Beatrice Ngamu.
The crucial element of UNFPA 2025 State of the World's Population Report is fertility crisis.
This does not mean the world population is dropped, unable to freely exercise their rights to procreation. And this for no fault of theirs.
The data paint a stark picture. More than half the people interviewed said economic issues were a major barrier. 1 in 5 report having been pressured to have children when they did not want to. 1 in 3 adults have experienced an unintended pregnancy. 11% complain of unequal caregiving burden, among others. Academic research and new data from UNFPA YouGov survey spanning 14 countries representing over a third of the global population, an often neglected crisis according to the report.
Le rapport est allé plus en profondeur pour comprendre la raison. Et la raison, ce n'est pas la surpopulation. La raison, ce n'est pas la dépopulation. La raison, c'est que c'est une crise qui est souvent négligée.
The answer lives in responding to what the people say they need, such as paid family leave, affordable fertility care, and supportive partners.
The state budget is gender sensitive. That the budget is elaborated in a way that it takes into consideration the specific aspect of the life, women in general and the young girl in particular.
UNFPA thus urges government to empower people to make reproductive decisions freely, investing in affordable housing, decent work, parental leave, and more. The report on the state of the 2025 world population was jointly launched at the national level by the Minister Delegate at the Ministry of Economy, Paul Tassong, and UNFPA resident representative this August 19 in Yaoundé.
And in recent years, Istanbul has emerged as a beacon of opportunity for Cameroonians, offering avenues for education, entrepreneurship, and cultural exchange. Let's have more in this story.
The Cameroonian community in Istanbul is thriving, with many individuals engaging in various economic activities. From street vending to running restaurants and shops, Cameroonians contribute significantly to the local economy. Neighborhoods like Aksere and La Lili have become hubs for African entrepreneurs, offering goods and services that cater to both the local and African diasporic populations. Beyond commerce, education is a significant draw. Institutions like Istanbul Commerce University hosts a diverse student body, including many from Cameroon. The students not only pursue academic excellence, but also engage in cultural and community activities, fostering a sense of belonging and mutual respect. We try to do little investments here in order to sustain our families back home. Cameroonian associations such as CamTurk play a pivotal role in supporting newcomers, organizing events, and facilitating integration into Turkish society. These organizations provide platforms for cultural exchange, networking, and mutual support, strengthening the bonds between the Cameroonian diaspora and their host country. Let's be honest, as compared to Cameroon, here the chances to succeed are enormous. While opportunities abound, challenges persist. Language barriers, housing difficulties, and navigating bureaucratic processes can pose hurdles. However, the resilience and determination of the Cameroonian community have led to the establishment of support networks and collaborations between local NGOs to address these issues. If you are in Turkey, preferably to either study and go back home or invest in business. The growing Cameroonian presence in Istanbul reflects the strengthening ties between Cameroon and Turkey. Initiatives like the Turkey-Cameroon Business Forum aim to foster economic cooperation, providing platforms for entrepreneurs from both nations to collaborate and explore new ventures. In 2016, there was no Cameroon embassy in Ankara, which is an institution necessary to help in terms of diplomacy, so Cameroonians could integrate Turkey. Reason why Cameroonians had to collaborate with the embassy in Egypt. But from education to entrepreneurship, the Cameroonian community in Istanbul exemplifies adaptability and ambition. Their contributions enrich the multicultural tapestry of the city, fostering path of mutual growth and understanding between Cameroon and Turkey.
And that report from Istanbul brings us to the end of this edition of the Primetime edition of news in the English language on Canal International. Thanks so much for watching. I'll take another rendezvous same time tomorrow. Good night.